Hi, everybody. It's Mary Lynn Harris of Hard at Work and the Create the Impact podcast show. It is for targeted for social entrepreneurs, but I understand that a lot of people, what I like to do anyway, is look at what other industries are doing and apply it to my business. Because there's always something that we can learn to make our own business a little bit better, right? So today it is August the 6th, and I'm recording this podcast for the release of it next week. So anyway, I thought we'd talk about so often we talk about getting customers and what we're doing and what we're not doing. And so to create an impact, I thought I would talk about basically attracting customers, because if we're attracting great customers, then we're having a great, business as well. And also means that because you're creating an impact with your own business, you're making a difference for somebody else's life and their business. So it depends if you're doing business B2C or B2B, right? And then there's the H to H, human to human, one person at a time. So there's lots of ways you can do that. So I just thought I would share something that I had written several years ago, but it still is pertaining today. Some things that you need to think about, or you could think about, attracting your ideal clients. And I think one of the things that, of course, is you want to connect people. You want to share your products and services to other people, but you also want other people to share theirs with yours so that you can become connected and collaborate together. So that's always the deal, right? But I know it's so hard to sometimes find the right collaborator. It takes time, but I know that it is possible. So I also recognize and know that there's an inexhaustible wealth out there for everybody. We are all having abundant resources available to us. It's just sometimes we're so many in our head that we don't see the outflow of everything. And so many times people are looking for you and you're looking for them, but sometimes we just kind of miss it a bit. So anyway, I just thought we'd just talk about that. And because I work with social entrepreneurs or change agents, because they're making the impact, they're making the difference in their community, they're making the difference in their business, or maybe just their community. They're engaging with their community as well. So one of the things I came up with, um, after you figure out who you want to target or who you want to reach or help or serve, was that, you know, are we doing something to attract those people to us? So I'm just going to read a little list and talk a little bit about the list, and hopefully you find it useful for you and your business. So some of the things are like, when okay, are you reaching out to associations, uh, speakers, partners, sponsors, or advertisers? How are you reaching out to them, those in your industry, those who do newsletters or publications in your industry? Are you reaching out to those people? Are you willing to offer to write articles for them? Are you saying, hey, we have a great business, this is what we're doing, we'd like to share it? Ask them how it could fit for what they're doing, their publication or paper. It's amazing how you can sponsor a small little business newspaper paper or newsletter, and they reach, anywhere from 100 people or more. But you don't need thousands of people. You only really need 100 to really get started. So one of the things is, reaching out to those groups of people that are in your space, you know. Um, yeah, and then introduce new ways into touching your clients. What are some ways that you can reach out and find them? What are some, are you making your calls? Are you reaching out to them? I know we like to text and everything, but that's not really very personal. And people want to be touched personal before they get touched into this texting or social media stuff. Not saying it doesn't work, but I think, and when you're first establishing a relationship, it's better to pick up the phone and avoids any miscommunication. Um, and then are you writing press releases, sales letter or ad copy? Um, I have a guy that I bought his membership from a Jim, I can't remember his last name. But anyway, he does courses on copywriting, how you can do it, and he has little genies and wizards that you can put in your message that you want to say, and it'll print out something similar to what you want to say, and then you just have to massage it to fit yourself. So it's a really easy way. There's lots of great people who are copywriters out there or teaching other people how to copyright. So there's those type of things. So are you producing a newsletter? Um, are you doing maybe my newsletter is more getting on video and talking about the newsletter rather than writing it. Not very effective in being consistent in writing my newsletter, but I know people that do them every week for a year, and they've been proven very successful for themselves. So press releases, sales letters, ad copy. And are you working with your ideal client profile? Maybe you have to fine tune it. Sometimes it's not a once done thing and we're done. It's like you have to go in there. You find somebody that comes to you and is not really your ideal client. So you have to think about, okay, what is it about them that I don't want to work with that type of person? So you have to change that within yourself and then help that other person. You might just say, look, I don't do that type of work, but I'll do what I can for you, and then I'm going to refer you off. I had a situation where, because my LinkedIn profile says refund services, I guess they thought that I would trace down people for them. And I said, I really don't do that unless there's some end result. And what would the end result me working with them? Nothing really. But I just did some work for them and just said, hey, you know, pay it forward. It only took me a few minutes, but it's not really my cup of tea of hunting people down. Then what do I do with them? So normally I like to give them money. So anyways, there's that. And yeah, so just keep running your ideal client profile and help them stay focused with you. And keep networking. I know I don't see a lot of networking online, but maybe start your own group and start networking. Like I do a coffee hour for my kindness community. So that's just another way to build up, you know, people that I may serve and may want to join, or maybe it's just a benefit for my members. So think about that. Join the Chamber of Commerce, any councils, try to get on their board, volunteer. Um, you'd be surprised how much you can grow. Like one of the guys I knew, he was a chamber member at one of his ch local chambers. Then he became so well known, and of course he was with BNI, so he was able to expand his referral base from BNI and the Chamber of Commerce. Then from there, he got on the board of the chamber, and that gave him more credibility, if you will, what he does. Now he's freaking so busy that he's hiring people and taking a look at how he does his business. So when somebody comes in, they can just follow along. So it's like that type of thing too. So, just keep networking. You might find the right people for you. That's perfect. Um, and don't forget to appreciate people. Um, I guess I kind of coordinate this Sunday dinner with just friends I've met at the center here, or people we invite them to our Sunday dinners from 5 to 7 every Sunday. And it's more like a potluck, but I guess they want me to coordinate it. So I just put everybody on a group text and inform what's happening for the Sunday. But the idea of doing that is that you want to build community, you want to get to know people a little bit better, and you never know who they know that may help you if you need a problem or if you need help, right? So show your appreciation. I just said thank you for coming, everybody. So nice to get to know with you. And everybody says, wow, thank you. That I so appreciate that. I went, well, I'm thinking, wow, You should. I mean, like we all enjoy it, but I guess for me, it just was like I kind of took that for granted. So, take a look at your people, your clients. How can you just pick up the phone and say, "Hey, we want to thank you for your business." You don't have to give a gift or anything. Just the verbal appreciation people really appreciate. Um, or have a networking event just for your clients to get them and get together and show your appreciation. Um, and then that slowly helps build collaborations and cooperations within your business and your clients. If you haven't tried direct mail, try it out. It's great to reach out to your audience in your local area. If you're a local business, do a 10-mile radius and send out a postcard and say, hey, come on in and claim your discount or claim this gift or whatever, but make sure you have a call to action on it. It's just like anytime you meet somebody, hey, give me a call, let's get together, have coffee, or that type of thing. Um, to increase, all you would have to do to increase your loyalty factor is just 5% to be financially healthy. So if you increase your loyalty factors, that's sort of what I'm talking about. Reach out to people, to do check-ins, invite them to networking events, have your own event. Um, just keep in touch with your client, not just because you're servicing them or refunding them money, for example, in my case, is I still call them once in a while and just say, hey, it's still coming. It's going to take a while, a few months, but just to let them know I'm on it and I'm connecting with them. Not much I can do between now and then, but the idea is just to stay in touch with them. Okay. Um, and then the other thing is to look at, are we signing up enough affiliates for our business, especially if you have an online business? Affiliates is a great way to get more referrals, more affiliates, more customers, especially if you don't have a budget to work with. You don't have like $1,000 to spend on ad spend. So what else can you do to increase your business? Maybe have some affiliates that are sharing your business. And when they bring in a customer, you pay them a percentage or whatever the agree upon is. So that type of thing. Create a summit or a conference about your industry if nobody else is doing it. Start one. It's just like that's how I started Hard at Work. I created a kindness conference. And then from there, Kindness Hero Awards. So, there's all those things that we can do is like, how can I continue to do that and help people be more aware what I'm doing, what's happening? Um, Yeah, and then how many more clients or members do you want in your community? Or how many more, like I'd like to have 100 members in my community, the kindness community. So how can I do that? So I'm going to start doing some of those things. And so in the meantime, keep talking to people. Um, this podcast could be your newsletter. That's how I treat it, is my newsletter. And then from there, increase your basic subscription. Like uh, if you want to subscribe, have people subscribe to your newsletter, do you charge? Like, is it full of value? If it doesn't have value, nobody's going to subscribe. So you have to make sure you continue to have that value. Okay. And then, yeah, mail out your newsletters. You may need to hire a virtual assistant maybe to take over some of the odd jobs you don't want to do anymore. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, is hiring a virtual assistant to do one or two things for me per week, just because I just either don't have time or it's just I don't want to do it anymore. So, there's that type of thing. So maybe hiring a virtual assistant for 1 or 2 days would really help you in your business or in your life, that you can carry on doing other things you'd rather be doing than that. So anyway, that's another subject, how to hire and who you can find to hire. But I know there are people out there that can help you. So those are my tips for about creating more ideal clients, how you can find them, what you can do to improve upon attracting them. So there's several things you can do. I made a list of like about 10 things that you could do to get started. And even if you just work one of those per day, per week, then you'll find that you'll have an increase of clients. You'll have more people know about you, know what you offer and how you work. Okay. So I thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next week or week two. Anyway, I'm going to do my podcast every second week. I find that I forget about it. That's how bad it is. So I decided just do it twice a month. I'm gonna just do a podcast twice a month. So if you want to be in my podcast, you want to share people what you do and how what you offer and what difference you're making in your community, or what you want to get the word out about what you're doing and you need help with that, by all means, you can be on my podcast for that too. Okay, and I'll put the link below if you want to book an appointment with me. I like to do a chat first, just kind of get to know you and figure out which we could take this call. And then the second one would be the podcast show. Okay, so I'll give you my link below this video and you can book a call. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today and have yourself a kind day. Okay, bye.